Now, the same concept that we were using for Sabbath also applies to the sixth commandment as well, right? Thou shalt not kill. So if you don't keep the Sabbath and you say the Sabbath is abolished, you see where I'm going with this, right? By getting rid of one law, you get rid of all the laws. So if you're saying the Sabbath was abolished, well, Ellen White writes, Letters and Manuscripts, 1885, paragraph 16, page 23. She says, "What a weight is lifted from the conscience of the murderer, that this commandment is to no longer be restriction to him. He has long wished that he has long wished that no such commandment had been given. Now a teacher of the Bible doctrine who claims he has not committed a sin for years has brought him his portion of meat in due season, for he has told him that the law is abolished. Now he can breathe more freely, even if he had stained his hands with his neighbor's blood. It is not so dreadful a matter to kill when he knows there is no command forbidding murder." So again, brothers and sisters, if one commandment is abolished, all of them are abolished, and then killing has no issue. So whether it is a judicial problem or whether it is a biblical problem, it has no effect because you have gotten rid of the law. Okay, so again, we see it's very important to understand these things, brothers and sisters, because the law is set up in a way that every single precept must be followed. All acts of injustice that tend to shorten life, that the spirit of hatred and revenge, or the indulgence of passion that leads to injurious acts towards others, or causes us even to wish harm upon them, for whosoever hated his brother is a murderer, a selfish neglect of caring for the needy or suffering, or self-indulgence, or unnecessary deprivation of excess labor that tends to injure health, all these to a greater or lesser degree violates the sixth commandment. So it's not just murder, okay? It's any injury you cause to your brother, any injury you cause to yourself even, right? Or any sort of indulgence of passion that causes you to denigrate your soul or causes you to hurt or injure other people are all classed as murder, because as Jesus rightly said, whosoever hated his brother is a murderer also. So brothers and sisters, 2 points just to end on this, and before we close, is one is, if you get rid of one part of the law, you get rid of the whole law. And if you get rid of the whole law, then you do not need to keep any of these laws. Whether it is love for God or whether it's love for man, you don't need to keep any of them. You can go about doing whatever you want. In the words of Aleister Crowley, do what thy wilt is the whole of the law.